There is one series that is without a doubt the best for, well, racing, and it's finally time for the 2021 season to begin. So why not give you the rundown of all things BTCC in this, the 2021 British Touring Car Championship Season Guide. The calendar is something that rarely changes year in, year out, with 8 circuits and 10 rounds throughout 2021. With the circus heading to Thruxton this weekend in the first of 2 rounds on the 3.7 kilometre circuit. Then off to the longest lap on the calendar, Snetterton in June. 2 weeks later, the Brands Hatch Indy layout hosts round 3. After a month off, the action resumes in Alton Park, then to the shortest layout on the calendar in Knockhill, Scotland. Thruxton then hosts round number 6 on the same layout as the first event. The incredibly flowing and fast Croft will host the next round, and a week later they run the Silverstone National layout. The 2020 opener has been pushed further down the order. It's of course Donington Park. Then the 10th and final round takes place at Brands Hatch on the GP circuit. A Btcc weekend is quite simple. On Saturday, 2 40-minute practice sessions take place, and in the afternoon is the 30-minute qualifying session. But in Donington, Snetterton and Silverstone, the format is slightly different, with a 25-minute session knocking out all but the top 10, with those 10 going through to a 10-minute showdown to determine the Goodyear pole sitter. Then on the Sunday, the 3 races of equal length take place, with laps being added on to the total if a safety car comes out. In between these sessions are the great support categories that put on an incredible show, with Porsche Carrera Cup and Cayman Cup, F4, Ginetta Juniors and Super Cup, and also the Mini Cup. The BTCC lacks the superstars that you see in Formula 1 and supercars, but definitely there are some characters in the paddock. If you have a brand affiliation, then the BTCC is a great viewing experience, as there are 8 manufacturers ranging from Hyundai to BMW to Honda and Infiniti. All teams and drivers are on an effectively level playing field in performance, so it's down to the team and drivers to get the maximum out of their cars, but some cars are good at certain tracks and worse at others. The one thing to watch out for in terms of the cars is that all of them are front wheel drive, with the exception of the BMW and Infiniti, which are rear wheel drive. There are 2 drivers that are seemingly always in the fight for the championship, with the first being the 4-time champ Colin Turkington in his West Surrey Racing BMW, and the reigning champ Ash Sutton in his Infiniti. But also watch out for the old fella Jason Plato in the PowerMax Racing Astra, and also Rory Butcher and Tom Ingram, with the former in a Toyota and the latter in the Ginsters Hyundai. These guys won't run away with the wins though, as TOCA, the governing body, has a system in place which adds weight to the faster drivers, called success ballast. If you lead the championship heading into race 1 of the weekend, with the exception of the first race of the season, where everyone on the grid is without any added ballast, you will have 75 kilograms heading down to 10th, which receives 9 kilograms. For the next 2 races, the ballast is awarded in the finishing order of the previous race. The Sears Trophy is an interesting thing to watch, as it gives teams and drivers that are yet to record a podium in their BTCC career before this season a chance to win some trophies. If you like the sound of this series, then by all means go ahead and watch. For those of you in the UK, ITV4 is where you see 7+ hours of racing on Sunday, including all supports, and qualifying on the Saturday, which is on ITV Hub. But internationally, the series is notoriously pretty much impossible to watch, but it can be done. Motor Trend is said to be hosting the series in the USA, but for anyone elsewhere, we don't really have much other than using a VPN or watching something like a Twitch stream, which is disappointing, seeing as if they had international contracts in terms of broadcasting, then it would greatly benefit the teams and drivers in terms of financial well-being. But good luck. Follow my Twitter if you want to see how I'll be watching. But hopefully you are all able to enjoy an incredible season of racing in all of the TOCA categories. And goodbye.